Very good evening to all the dignitaries sitting on the dais, off the dais, and the participants. It is indeed a matter of great privilege and honor for me to speak to you and present the conference report. As you are well aware that the 2 days international conference, it is started on 11th of February and is concluding today. You all would also agree that we had a very tight schedule throughout the conference, and in this conference a total number of more than 300 participants, they have participated from across India, representing almost 22 states. It is also worth mentioning that we have several participations from international delegates as well. We have representatives from United States of America. We also have in our panel from Sri Lanka, and we also have few participants from other countries including Nepal. The conference started with the inaugural session, and within the inaugural session a welcome address was given by Dr. Upendra Kumar Tripathi, who is the coordinator of the Center for Vedic Sciences. Keynote address of the inaugural session was given by guest of honor Sadguru Shri Madhav Priyadarshi Ji Swamiji. Swamiji has emphasized that laws made today, they are only right oriented, and there is an immense need to frame laws taking inspiration from Vedas and other texts, which also incorporates duties of human beings. He also said, we don't worship Deh, but we worship Dev residing inside Deh. He has further elaborated the concept of dharma and said that dharma is a far larger term to comprehend, and it should keep flowing, else it will become stagnant and a matter of exhibition in the museum. Distinguished scholar and the guest of session in the inaugural session, Dr. Swati Bhattacharya, emphasized upon looking at spirituality to solve the human problems. While differentiating spirituality from religion, she said spirituality is metaphysical, something within, whereas religion is human attempt to grasp the metaphysical idea. She said that putting in the perspective of Vedic jurisprudence in United States and other countries at par with the Jews and Christian jurisprudence will certainly contribute in developing a more accommodative world order. She brought forward the idea of cultural humility and its significance in the modern world. She emphasized that as healthcare professional, one should understand the importance of religious beliefs also. A special guest of the session, Professor Shanti Sri Dulapudi Pandit, who is also the Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University, she had spoken about decolonization of Indian mind. She highlighted the need to be proud of Indic civilization. She said that Indic civilization is too tall despite Greek and other older civilizations they have decimated with the passage of time. Its continuity with a blend of myth and reality, modernity and traditionalism, integrity with innovation and inclusion are some of the attributes of accommodative features of Vedic jurisprudence. She also mentioned that dharma is not to be equated with religion. Chief guest of the inaugural session, Honorable Dr. Justice B.S. Chauhan, has deliberated on the Vedas' influence on justice system in India. He has highlighted the concept of Nyaya in Indian text, and while exploring the Western concept of right emanating from Magna Carta, he said that our Vedas already included such rights. He has cited the examples of Shukraniti, Mahabharata, Manu Smriti, Rig Vedas, and several other texts to explain the idea of justice and the ideal character of a judge. He has also highlighted different facets of law existed in Vedic jurisprudence, and the presidential address of the inaugural session was given by our rector, Professor V.K. Shukla. Dignitaries sitting on the dais in the inaugural session have also released 2 books and the souvenir of the conference. The conference was totally divided in 11 different technical sessions, which was based on different themes of law. Session 1 to 6 was happened on the day 1, and rest of the sessions they have been organized on day 2, which is today. Technical session 1 was had the address by several distinguished scholars in the field of law and other disciplines. Professor Hidey Ranjan Sharma chaired the session, and Professor Pushp Kumar Lakshman from Faculty of Law, Delhi University, who is also sitting here, he has moderated the session. Honorable Mr. Justice S.N. Pathak had spoken on the interface of Vedic Nyaya, Shastra, with the Western concept of justice, and said that Dharma is a unique blend of rigidity and flexibility, and we are following ancient Vedic traditions without even being aware of it. Honorable Mr. Justice K.T. Shankaran, who is the member of Law Commission of India and is also present here, he had spoken about the perspectives of Vedas and Puranas in reference to the environment, and highlighted that Vedas were the first text in the library of mankind. Professor Narendranath Pandey has also talked about the relevancy of Raj Dharma in the contemporary times. Technical session 2 was based on the topic of dialogue on Nyaya Shastra in Vedic tradition and Western idea of justice. The session was chaired by Padma Bhushan Professor Vasishtha Tripathi and moderated by Professor Ram Sagar Misra. Distinguished speaker of the session included Professor P.K. Mukhopadhyay, Professor D.P. Verma is also present here, Professor Rajaram Shukla, Professor Srinivas Varakhedi, Sri Ravi Kumarji, and Jitendra B. Shah. Technical session 3 was based on different dimensions of tradition and law, which was chaired by Professor Rammurthy Chaturvedi and Professor Dr. Vinod Kumar of NLU Delhi. Technical session 4 was titled as Criminal Law Perspectives from Principles to Practice. The session was chaired and moderated by Dr. M. Rajendran. Sir is also sitting here on the first bench. Distinguished speakers of the session included learned Professor Brij Kishore Swain Sir, Dr. Sunil Sondhi, among others. Technical session 5 was based on different dimensions of tradition and law, and which was chaired and moderated by Dr. Sirish Kumar Tiwari. Technical session 6, which started on day 2 of the conference, was based on constitution, Raj Dharma, and good governance. Professor V.K. Shukla is also sitting here, has chaired the session, and Professor V.S. Misra moderated the session. Distinguished speaker of the session included Dr. Reverend Vadinagala Pannagola from Sri Lanka, Dr. M. Rajendran, Professor Amarpal Singh, Professor Pushp Kumar Lakshman, and others. Technical session 7 was based on different dimensions of the Vedic tradition of law, which was chaired by Professor Abha Trivedi and moderated by Professor Vibha Tripathi from Faculty of Law, Banaras University. Technical session 8 was related to dialogue between Dharma Shastra and modern times, which was chaired and moderated by Professor Brij Kishore Swain. Distinguished speaker in the session included Acharya Ganeshwar Shastri Dravid, Professor Ramnath Jha, Advocate I. Urulappan, Professor Hari Ram Mishra, Professor Shankar Kumar Mishra, and Dr. Vivek Pathak of Faculty of Law, BHU, and Dr. Madhav Janardhan Ratate. Technical session 9 of the conference was based on different dimensions of Vedic tradition of law, which was chaired by Advocate Professor Dr. Firdaus Shroff and moderated by Dr. Chandan Upadhyay. Session 10 was related to family law perspectives from principles to practice, which was chaired and moderated by Professor Jata Shankar Tiwari. Technical session 11, which was the last session, was based on commercial law perspective from principles to practice, which was chaired and moderated by Dr. Abhijit Dikshit. The conference is going to be concluded after the address by the guest sitting on the dais. As the joint organizing secretary of this conference, I firmly believe that the conference has achieved its purpose. The core purpose to organize this conference was to bring before the world the richness of our ancient systems and texts, which has largely been ignored systematically in academic circles. I am sure that all deliberations which has taken place must have ignited the minds of the scholars participating in the conference. Thank you very much.